Hey guys, what's up? This is Adrian Ortiz with AMO Fitness, and today we're going to talk about squatting with good arches. Okay, so my arch is up, not flat, or internally rotated here, or on the outside of the feet. We want to be able to squat with a decent arch in our feet without losing that arch during the squat. So typically, when I get an athlete, they'll come in and their feet are out here, or they'll kind of stand like this, and they'll attempt to squat with this really poor foot structure. So one, get our feet as straight as we can tolerate with our toes gripping the ground. This immediately forms an arch, but if I let go and kind of slide in, my knees naturally start to go inward. Okay, so I want to open my knees and grip the ground. Okay, so that's going to pretty much be the start of our squat. Now, I'm not going to go into the long, drawn-out semantics of the squat. I just want to start today by getting some good foot architecture. Okay, from here, I want to open my knee joints and begin to press my knees out as far as I can with my weight down. Okay, so my weight's actually going to be right here in the middle of the foot. So if I was to squat, keep my chest up, okay, get my feet as straight as I can do this motion with, and get my weight centered in the middle of my feet. I should be able to touch the inside of my malleolus bones here, chest back, and come up straight, finish through the hips, pressing forward, ribs down. Notice my arch. This will not likely happen with anyone that you coach. I don't squat perfectly at all, but I'm saying most people come in, and what happens is they start the squat good. Okay, coach, good foot structure. Start to here, the chest goes forward, okay? Or, oh my God, I'm gonna wiggle back. We lose the ground. Biggest two coaching for the arch, big toe pressure, okay? Big toe pressure heel, and that the weight is distributed on these 3 points of my feet, okay? If at any point I lose distribution, if I'm too much back, I'm going to fall back. Too much forward, my knees are going to go here. If I'm super laterally, I'm going to create false torque and false balance. So it's grip down, making sure I have those 3 points, pressure on these 3 points, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm going to get some pressure, push down on those 3 points underneath the big toe, outside edges of the tops of the feet and the calcaneus bone. We open those. Okay, I'm going to pull, weight in the middle of the feet. Chest is up and pull back, and I'm going to come up. You're just going to squat to where your arch does not collapse. So that might be here, and then I start to wiggle in. No, okay? You might need an assistance. I'm not going to say stop squatting. What I am going to say is maybe you need some assistance, or maybe you need more core work, mobility. For today, before we go into a long tangent of anything else, arch support, where can you go from here? Okay, maintain that arch. From the side, you can see my arch is up, it's not flat and start to go in. Okay, like this. The only way you can really think about your arch is if you get your feet, remove the shoes, and you can actually feel the pressure of your feet. Okay, we should be able to really grip down. So again, arch support, push out, weight is in the middle of my feet, and I come up nice and tall. Okay, so that's squatting with good arches. Do what you can. If you need assistance, you can grab onto a suspension unit, a wall. However, I really think you should just do your best in space. Okay? There's numerous other assistance things you can do, but just get the feeling for being barefoot, maintaining an arch, and attempting your squat. Okay? So, that's squatting with an arch today. All right, I know I kind of ran through that stuff, but it's really important that we learn how to squat with arches. I know a lot of coaches get caught up on a lot of different things with squatting, but really the first point is our feet. It's the first thing in contact with the ground. Not that I would neglect the core or anything and everything else, but really our foot structure is the first thing I would look at. How do they stand? All right, obviously it's not like, oh, they have a foot problem, they could have a knee problem, a hip problem, blah, blah, blah. But let's start by just standing with an active arch. Okay, so I'm standing here, my butt's forward, my ribs are down, my chest is tall. Okay, I've got a nice standing arch there. If I'm not, I'm kind of collapsing in. All right, so we start with a standing arch, and we try to move our hips down, pull myself to the ground. In that arch, I'm splaying my knees out as wide as I can. My chest is tall. Got a big space here between my chin and my chest. I'm up down here, rolling. Okay, and I come up, nice and tall. Again, that's squatting with an arch. Adrian Ortiz, AMO Fitness.